What's going on, guys? So today we're going to do something cool after I get this crap off the lens. There we go. Nope, that made it even worse. Alright guys, so what's up? Today we're going to do something cool. We are actually going to do a giveaway. Now, it's not going to be like the giveaway that these other guys do with the cars and everything else, but what we're doing today is we're actually going to turn this mess of a pipe, these items here, and that piece of aluminum into a baffled power steering reservoir. So we're going to be making a power steering reservoir today that will have -6 connections. For those of you that are running aftermarket setups, this will be perfect for you. And at the end of the video, stay tuned to the end of the video, because I will tell you how you can actually win this particular power steering reservoir. So we're going to get to cutting some stuff up. I'll take you guys along for the trip, and yeah, let's go. Alright guys, so basically what you're looking at now is the parts and pieces of what we are about to build. It's actually going to be a pretty easy process. What we're planning on doing here is taking this piece of pipe and actually trimming it down probably, I don't know, maybe to about 4 or 5 inches long. Cutting that down, then we're going to cut 3 separate pieces of this 3 inches around. We're going to weld one inside as a baffle, and then once we weld that baffle inside, we'll tack the baffle down inside here. We'll top cap it, then we'll use this nice little vibrant cap here to cap off the top. Then we're going to put a -6 fitting on the bottom and a -6 fitting on the side. So I'm going to start by cutting this pipe down. I'm going to do it off camera because the saw is across the room and I don't really want to take you guys with. So let's get this piece of pipe cut down, and then we'll go from there. Alright guys, so now that we have our piece cut to length here, I think we did probably 6 inches or so. What we're going to do now is we're going to make 3 circles on this piece of aluminum. Now this is, I think it's 1/8 inch aluminum. What we're going to do basically is we're going to lay this down. We're going to do 2 outside ones that'll fit on the top and bottom, and then we're going to mark one on the inside, and the one that we mark on the inside will be the one that we cut to fit in for the baffle. So we'll mark the first one here. We'll mark the second one here. These will be the top and bottom. And then the third one that we do, we're going to try to do in a better part of this aluminum. We're going to do on the inside of the tube. Now this one we'll just write baffle. So that we know that one is for the inside of the tube. Now we're going to cut these pretty much to length, and then we're going to have to go ahead and kind of clean them up a little bit to make them fit nice and everything else. So I'm going to cut these again off camera. It's just way easier to do it. I don't have somebody to film for me, so cutting these off camera. Once I get these cut, I'll show you exactly how I'm going to go about putting this whole thing together. Alright guys, so now we've got all of our parts and pieces made. We have the top, we have the bottom, we have the internal baffle. Now, so that you know what the internal baffle is for, the internal baffle, if I can actually set this in here and show you guys, is going to sit right about there. It's about 1 inch down or so. Now what that's going to do is we're going to drill a hole or 2 in there, and we'll also have the area around. That's why this doesn't fit as well as it should, is because we want fluid to be able to go down and around but not come back up and go through the cap, because we're actually going to have to put a small hole in the cap as well to relieve any excess pressure. So this baffle will stop any fluid from coming up from the bottom and splashing up to the cap and thus leaking all over your engine bay. So we need to stick that baffle in there. So now you got your top and your bottom will fit just like so. And what we're going to do right now is we're actually going to weld the baffle in first, then we're going to weld the top and the bottom on. Then we're going to drill all the big holes that we need to drill for the cap and for the 2 fittings and everything else. So let me get all that set up and I'll bring you guys back. Alright guys, so now we've got the baffle about where we need it, right about there. It's about an inch or so down. And kind of, whoa, a little crooked, sorry about that. Yeah, down about an inch or so. So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to go ahead and tack weld that, probably in 4 places. We're not welding it all the way around, remember, because we want the fluid to go out and around that baffle. So we're going to set this up. I got to regrind my tungsten here because it got pretty nasty from working on that other job. So let me get that reground real quick. Alright guys, another special treat too. You get to see me strike the very first arc with this new Optrel Panoramics helmet. So we're going to see how this thing works out. It's looking pretty good so far. And yeah, so first arc strike, new helmet. We'll see how everything goes. Wow, this helmet is insane. You can see everything. Alright guys, as always, we are going to give this a nice acetone bath before we completely finish weld these tops. But another thing that we're going to have to do before we can actually finish weld the top and the bottom on is that we need to drill a hole in here somewhere. We cannot have this turn into a pressure vessel as we're welding it because it'll blow out. We'll end up with it in the face and it won't be any good whatsoever. So I'm going to get that situated. And yeah, we'll get this hole drilled in here and then we'll be good. Alright guys, so now we got our hole drilled in it. We can actually finish weld this, but we're going to give it an acetone bath first. Alright guys, so we're going to try something kind of cool here. Alright guys, so there you go. I really hope that that filter helped and you could actually see some of the arc. But we got it completely welded all the way around. What we're going to do now is let this cool off completely. Then we're going to drill the holes for the top and bottom so we can mount the cap in the top. And we can also mount all the fittings and weld all that stuff together. But we need to wait for this to cool off because it is entirely too hot to work with right now. So we'll be back in a little bit. There we go, all cooled off. Went ahead and threw this on the lathe and actually milled out this hole right here so that I could get this bung to fit in here for the cap to fit in here. Just like so. And then on the bottom, we drilled another hole so that we can get our dash 6 to fit in there. And we might have to clean that up just a little bit. Let's do that real quick. Alright, so now that fits in there perfectly. Sand that down a little bit just to clean it up. But now we're going to weld in this bung for the cap. We're going to weld in this fitting. And then we're going to drill a hole in the side and do the other fitting. And then we're going to take it over to the lathe and put a nice little brushed kind of polished finish on it. And it'll be good to go. So here we go. Alright guys, so there's the fitting for the return. We welded in the bung for the cap. And now, again, we got to let this thing cool because it is ridiculously hot. And then we're going to drill a hole in the side of it. We're going to put another one of these fittings right in the side of it here, like so. And then we'll be good. We'll throw it on the lathe. We'll, sand it down, polish it up a little bit, make it look halfway decent. And yeah, we'll be on our way. So, back to another cooling session. Alright guys, so I didn't really go too crazy filming the polishing and everything else that went along with it, but you guys will kind of get the gist of it. You've polished aluminum before, so you know what's going on, but did that. We got a little bracket made, and I think, the more I think about it, even though it is polished, things do tend to look a lot better when they're powder coated. So I think I might hit up Logan Steel and see if they'll powder coat this up for me. But we're going to try to get this last bung in here. Might have to make that hole just a hair bigger. But if I can get Logan to powder coat this thing for me, it'd be pretty sick. We do like a nice matte black. Guys, I like to recess these in a little bit, so that's why you see me constantly making these holes so much bigger. They just, to me, they look better when everything is dead flat and you can kind of nip the corners of it a little bit with the puddle, and it kind of just flows right in. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about after I get this one welded up. I'll bring you in so you can see this a little bit better. But what I'm talking about when, come on screen, what I'm talking about is you can actually get it to where it looks like the weld is actually a bung. Just overall, to me, it looks better. I mean, the weld is definitely bigger than it needs to be, but I personally think it looks great. But yeah, so I think we're going to have this thing powder coated, because with the black cap that goes on there, I think it's going to look really good with a matte black finish and a satin black cap. I think that'll really set it off. So yeah, here we go. We got your feed at the bottom, your return on the side. You have a bracket. You can drill a hole wherever you need to drill it, and you have your baffling inside. So now, what we're going to be doing with this, guys, is we're going to be giving this away after it gets powder coated. Alright guys, so here's how the giveaway for this power steering fluid reservoir is going to be done. Head on over to the Morfab Industries page. Over there will be a picture of this not powder coated yet. I am sending this out for powder coat. There will be a picture of it not powder coated. Underneath that picture, in the comments of that page on Instagram, tell me what kind of car you have and why you think you need this particular reservoir. After it comes back from powder coat, I'll go through every one of the comments. I'll choose somebody at random, and I will send this out to you completely free of charge. So, good luck, guys. Head over to the Instagram page, comment below the photo, and I will give it to one of you lucky winners. That is pretty much it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. It was more welding. We made something cool, and we're giving it away. So, as always, guys, like, comment, subscribe, share this page wherever you can. I appreciate every single one of you. I really hope that you guys keep coming back for more, because I plan on making more. So, hope you like the new Panoramics hood, because I know it was absolutely incredible. So, alright guys, this is getting super long. I will talk to you on the next one. Have a wonderful night.